Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to present to you and formally introduce Bob, Cas, and Arthur, the Play No Games podcast. It's your favorite podcast, where we talk about real life and exchange a few laughs. We sticking to our path. When you find understanding, just know that that will never last. We ain't here to play no
What's poppin', y'all? It's Cartier Bob, and we're back
The world
here
is getting
again
crazy,
with
and
another
now we know we
installment
got
of the
to be
Play
the
No
change.
Games podcast. It's Cartier.
It's Cas.
It's Tay Ford.
And it's Arthur.
Welcome to the full edition, full house of the Play No Games podcast.
It's a little tight on this couch.
Yeah, the casting
Kind
couch.
of crowded.
Whoa. Well, before we get to that, if you like what
Wow.
we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. It's so easy. Hit the bell.
It's getting real on this couch.
Whoa.
WWE.
Okay.
Real.
That's fake.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ladders, chairs. It's all real.
Exactly. So, right above me, if you want to hit that Cashapp, $, herobob, help me pay my friends because I
Yeah.
want to do that. This is going to happen this year. Manifesting, putting it out there. We are the next big thing.
Yeah, pay
And
us.
CB, we should also add in, if you donate at least $15, we'll throw in a date with our honored guest here. He's only in town for a little while, so, you know.
Maybe she will.
He'll be back.
Got to get to it while you're hot.
Woo! Hey. Who did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
It's still on cost, though.
That's the
The next it'll go back to me, but for this episode,
No, it's for you. It's always for you.
no, for this episode, it's you.
we can make you the $100 pay scale, though.
I'll still be the $100 pay
I'm
scale.
$15 and you're $100.
Because this is more of a long-term investment.
This is a long-term event.
Wow.
I feel like I've gotten a whole lot of shade over here. It's always sunny in California, but not today.
Okay.
I think you're worth more than $15.
I would hope so.
Why don't you donate and take him out?
I might just do that. I'll check my wallet after.
You're Michael Kors.
Yeah.
Or your G-Shock, you know.
What G-Shock? Oh.
Mine's in my closet.
The John Mayer.
Okay. He's a singer.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep it going.
So, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie. Shit.
Y'all been butchering
Yep.
the best section of the show. This is the Play No Games section of the show. It can be positive, negative, informative. It can be anything about your day. All you have to say is, I'm ready to play no games about this. Yeah, you know, it roll off the tip of the tongue. What's up, Cos? What you play no games with?
Yeah. I am playing no games about the city of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Wow.
I missed last week's
Strippers and hoes.
I missed last week's episode because I was there actually.
With
Celebrating
strippers and
something.
hoes. With strippers and hoes.
Exactly. And I wanted to do a quick review of Las Vegas. This is my third time going, second time as an adult. And what I can say about Vegas is we can pump the brakes on the hype of Vegas.
For sure.
We can pump the brakes on every sports team wanting to go there. I'll say that.
Wow.
Pump the brakes on the way Vegas is nationally covered. Because I can tell you one thing: how Portland is seen, Vegas is 10 times dirtier. There's just as many homeless people on the streets in Vegas, even on the Strip, where it's illegal to be homeless. Actually, so fun. Yeah, it's illegal to be homeless within Paradise Vegas, which is like the Strip and like the surrounding areas. Like Vegas is cool. Vegas is all that. Yeah. But let's bump the brakes a little bit. Like they've been getting so much positive news coverage with, you know, Oakland Athletics are supposed to go there. NBA is going to get their team there. They just did the Super Bowl. F1 has their 10-year deal over there. And I'm here to be a little bit of a hater and say, as a city, like because I spent some time outside of the Strip too. Holy hell, I don't want to go back there. Dude, let me tell you, like
It's dirt cheap.
It's dirt cheap, yes. Like if you want to live there, there is money to be had, and I understand when people move there. But let me tell, like, dude, The water is so bad.
Damn.
The communities are rough, like outside.
But you drank the local water?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
just
I was-
showering in it.
Oh, okay. I got
If you
you.
shower,
You
it's
was drinking the water while you showering?
no, but you can feel like if
Man.
He's like, ah.
no, but like when you dry off and you feel like in your hair,
Yep.
how
Yeah.
like harsh that water is.
That's how LA
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
dang, what kind of water?
That's
Well, 'cause
how
they're-
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of cities they be having real coarse water, so
Yeah.
I definitely know what you
They
mean
get it
by
from the
that.
Colorado River, but they have to split that with Arizona and LA Valley.
So Arizona be getting it.
So actually, LA gets most of it, then Arizona, then Las Vegas.
LA water is fucking terrible.
Yeah. So my whole thing with Vegas is it's great, it's all that. I would think twice before thinking about moving there, specifically like with all the sports teams going there. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Really quick, maybe it was like 7 months ago, I saw like a documentary of how like houseless people like have like tunnels
Yeah,
and like
I saw this.
you saw those.
There's
They live in the tunnels,
there's
bro.
a canal
Yeah.
just behind the Link concourse.
Yes.
They
They have a whole society down there.
I had a buddy who was partook in that. Is all I'm gonna say, and told me a little bit about it when he was going through some rough time, and went and hung out with the rat people of Las Vegas. He's back now. He's all good now. But just a little side story he had to do, like
He was kicking with a Voldemort.
like a Skyrim side
Bro,
story.
come on.
that's what a villain would live, bro.
Dude, well, what they do to those people is a lot of those people are homeless because of like losing money at the casino or losing their job on the strip, and then it's hard to find work elsewhere. And what the city does to get rid of them is they just turn the water on in the canals, which is essentially like these are like 10-foot like waves coming in and drowning people. So that's how Vegas deals with their homeless issue.
So, before anyone clips this, houselessness, we will end that in 10 years. We are against all of that.
I wouldn't put a date on it
Houselessness
like
is
that. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put a
I
10-year.
mean, California just invested like $1 billion into houselessness, but not really to fix it. Probably just to
Street patrols.
get more
Money
money,
laundering.
get more money from it.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Well, go ahead, AJ.
Oh, I guess it's on me.
Oh no. Oh yeah, my bad.
I'll
AJ,
say-
where do you put? Or
Damn. just
Whoa.
Fuck me.
Tay, what do you play no games about?
What do I play no games about? I think in 2024, what I'm playing no games about is the end of all of these TikTok and Instagram chefs making concoctions that are something like some Hennessy glaze. Actually, got a caterer. I was trying to solicit out a caterer for an event I have coming up, and a suggestion was Hennessy glaze egg rolls. My dog.
Jesus.
Thank you.
That's Dana White does that. He does those Fuck It Friday videos
Yeah.
where he eats like cotton candy burrito. And
Bro,
I'm like,
like-
dude, fuck off.
Like y'all have to be trolling at this point. Like I was already starting to get annoyed with all this like the honey pack glazed salmon. Like y'all freaky as hell for making this bullshit. But now like they're just taking it too far. Everything doesn't need to be stuffed nor like infused with random shit.
Well, for a while, people were making fun of Portland because that's what we would do. We put like pear on a pizza or something like that.
Yeah.
But now it's just like that's how you get views.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to cut that shit out. You know, if we're gonna be serious about unbigging our backs, like that has to go. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised someone recommended that like as a catering thing.
Yeah.
You got some weird,
During Black History Month too, I was very
got some weird,
disappointed.
weird folks around you.
It couldn't have been any other cognac, could have.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna say this. I will never forget this. And this is how I knew like Tay was just a funny ass nigga, bro. I was in LA and like I posted like it was like the first time I saw like Chester Cheeto like flaming hot like cereal, something ridiculous, right?
Oh.
And I posted it, and then Tay was like, "Let my people go," and then for a while, I think we didn't have to say it, but like I just picked up the moniker.
Bro, my
Under him,
my
we're
people,
like-
my people will never be free.
He posts he would post stuff about wild food shit, and then it made me laugh so hard in the store. And I started doing it because of Tay. And like when I'm out and about, when I post food stuff, is in honor of what Tay did like 2.5 years ago, and it had me in fucking tears.
Bro, red velvet flavored chicken wings. I saw that like 3 weeks ago.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God. I'll go after we get done recording.
Please send that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Nigga, what? I had some fire Cheetos though this past weekend. I had the street corn Cheetos.
Oh yeah, they be making them out here too.
No, like it's Cheetos with a bag. It's street corn Cheetos. I didn't know they had it out here. I only seen that. I was like, bro, what? They were fire, low key fire. But yeah, that's on some weird. Yeah, red velvet. Yeah.
All right, well, AJ, what are you playing on games about?
Ooh, what am I playing those games about? Ooh, that's tough, man. You know I go basics.
Hey, we haven't heard about the weather in a while.
Yeah, and it's raining everywhere right now. We getting dumped on, and I'm just it's depressing. It's very depressing. I need some sunshine.
So it does rain in Southern California.
We got the same thing y'all got, which is weird because it's like, yeah, like, but the thing about it that is irritating, this is actually what I'm playing no games with, is California, y'all need to fix y'all damn streets, fam. It shouldn't be flooded. Like, the streets be flooded. Like,
yeah. Well, they don't have the irrigation built in.
Fix that.
You know what's crazy to me with that though? Like LA isn't even old enough of a city for me to understand that. Like Louisiana, like some of those like cities that have been around since like the early 1800s.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I can kind of understand that, especially like with how the plumbing systems are out there. But like they really
it's
need
crazy.
To fix that.
Like I'm like, bro, like literally, it rains one day and you can't. Some streets you can't even go down because they be flooded. Like out the crosswalk. I'm like, bro, what is going on? That's crazy, fam?
Because we had that snowstorm and then it melted, and we had no flooding.
But that's the one thing I'll be telling people too, because I was like, bro, like in Portland, only time you see streets flooded is if it's covered with leaves, and that's it. Like the drainage system is covered with leaves. Okay, it's flooded. In LA, man, if it's sprinkled, it's flooded. I'm like, bro, what is going on out here, fam? Like,
interesting. Okay.
There's a park, literally. There's a park. I don't know if you know Manhattan Beach Park.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a whole park next to this lake, and when it rains, the park gets covered in water, and so you only see the top of the park from the hill. And I'm like, bro, like, how does that even? And they're like, oh, it happens all the time when it rains. I'm like, what? Like, that's not even that shouldn't be a thing, but it's a thing, I guess. It's weird. So,
well, I don't know.
Everything good back there?
Oh yeah.
Back
to it, huh?
I'll just say this, and I'll keep it short and simple. What I'm playing no games about, y'all. 2 weeks ago, I took our videographer back there out to the club.
Oh shit,
Andrew.
Yes.
What?
You
didn't hit me?
The fact dragon himself was
You
out
didn't hit
there
me
at
either?
Lulu's. So I'm playing no
Lulu's.
games about.
he's wild.
Damn, that's crazy.
Andrew's
You was
wild.
down the street from my spot and they hit me up.
I
That's wild.
apologize. I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize. We were at a DJ battle and I brought
A
out
DJ battle.
not at Lulu's. We started somewhere else, then ended up at Lulu's. And I want to play no games about because he may get mad at me for saying this, but he put himself out there. So I'm playing no games about Andrew putting himself out there. That shit was tough. So here's I'm gonna set the scene for y'all. We're in Lulu's. Y'all know how Lulu's is.
Yeah.
This bad Asian girl come up out of nowhere. And she's like, Andrew, what are you doing out? This is a chick he goes to work with. And I was happy how he handled himself. He's like, you know. And if you know Andrew, he's a man of few words. And him producing, well, you just know. And she was like, oh, I had thought this one thing about you. And like, it was just like the perception of like, because after we got finished talking, she was just,
hilarious.
like, it was so interesting. I'll just say this. Her thinking that Andrew didn't have any capabilities to be in a place like this and for him to prove her wrong changed the whole office schematics. Because, I ain't going to say the second part, but, people now know that he's going out Drew where he works. Where he out there with the Mo Bitches. I'm going to start calling him Mo Bitches Drew.
He be pulling them.
So pull-up game was official?
Was official. He was like, that was Andrew.
I ain't even got to say, you know what it is.
You know what it is.
Okay, I like that.
That's
So
hilarious.
next time we go out, Andrew might want to pull up with us.
Okay.
Shit, that's crazy.
Word. I'm with it.
Andrew Wild out.
He a wild boy.
Speaking of pull up game, just getting to the first topic. Can we talk about this? How many of y'all watched the All-Star weekend this past week?
Mouse and Minnows.
Here and there.
You watched it, bro?
Hell no.
So I was kind of lukewarm about watching it just because the last couple of years, honestly, the last
been
decade,
trash.
it's been kind of lukewarm, and the last few years it's gotten considerably worse, at least from a viewership standpoint, in my opinion. Celebrity game kind of surprised me, though. I'm not gonna lie. I knew Michael Parsons had been saying like, no, he was pretty good in basketball when he was in high school. Dude can actually play a little bit, and I know he had CJ Stroud on his podcast. It was a couple names I'll be intrigued on seeing them play. CJ said he gave Jaime Jaquez, that plays for the Miami Heat, 40 when he was in high school.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Has Obama played in it?
No.
No.
If he did, I thought that would be so fire if he did, bro.
His secretary of like education.
Yeah.
He was balling.
Yeah.
Because he played back in like Australia when he was younger, and then he got into
But
government.
I need to
That's
see
crazy.
Obama in that game.
Arnie Duncan. Arnie Duncan.
That's crazy.
Obama would be fire. Actually,
Bro.
Kai
the views in that.
Kai had me crying though, because he was sitting up there like jumping up and down for the ball. The team was like completely bypassing him. Like, get your little ass on. And then him and Shannon started beefing after the game a little bit, because I think Shannon and Ocho were doing a like late night podcast.
Yeah.
And then Kai clipped it. Well, he saw the clip and was like, "That's bullshit. I've been training for this. Nobody wants this more than me." The shootout that they scheduled with Sabrina Ionescu and Stephen Curry. What y'all think about that?
I thought it was
like
good.
the
I didn't
whole
see
like
it. I
production
didn't
with
see
it.
I thought it was dope.
I thought it was good. I hated the court. I thought the LED court was really stupid.
Wow.
It was too green.
For what? Like what? Like
It was like everyone had that green like glow under their face,
Yeah.
and it was really stupid. Sabrina did really good. I like Sabrina. I was worried that she was just gonna get like cooked, but her
wasn't.
score would have got her to the finals of the the men's 3-point shootout. So no, I thought that was good. I will say the belt they brought out. Oh, holy Party City. Like, dude, that thing looked like it was made out of plastic. Like, come on. Like, give Dana a call or something. Get a real belt. That was so bad.
Yeah, Adam Silver, y'all got to bear with that.
That was like a $5 belt.
Yeah, I mean, I was glad to see they did it. Honestly, I feel like we're hitting a hot spot as far as women's basketball and its
100%.
growth right now. I thought it was
100%.
dope for Steph to put himself out there, because I mean he obviously he's the greatest shooter of all time, but on a given night anybody could lose a shooting competition.
100%.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I hate the perception that people have had that like, oh, maybe she needs to be shooting with a girl's ball or from like the women's 3-point line. Shooters, when they're shooting, even though their line in the WNBA is shorter, they're working on their range, so they can hit it at the NBA line. They may not be pulling up from 40 and 50 feet, but they're not going to be shooting a competition from that far anyways.
I mean, when you see Caitlin Clark from Iowa who's shooting from 40, 50 feet, and you see other girls like that do it in the WNBA all the time, I think we've suppressed their game a lot because they're not windmill dunking and doing the whole 10. But they've been shooting from that far forever. And I think that's the one thing that the women's game loses a lot of, when the men's game is starting to excel at popularizing shooting from half court like Dame did. And it's like, but women have been shooting from super deep already. That's a part of the women's game. I loved it. I thought it, for me, being in support of WNBA, I thought it's a great way to finally the NBA step up and put the WNBA on their back and say, like, we're going to carry the torch to help you guys be more popularized and celebrate you. So it's like, finally, for me, I think something like this should have happened a long time ago. Like, I feel like a skills competition for the WNBA and the NBA should happen together. They should do.
I do know WNBA players have done the skills challenge in the past.
They do.
I remember seeing like Candace Parker do it back in the day. So once in a while, yeah, but I totally agree with you. And I think the rematch should take place at WNBA All-Star Weekend.
They've had talks about it. The only challenge with that is two things. One, their season is like this timeline-wise is that's opposite.
Yeah.
And it kind of overlaps when guys usually leave for the Olympics or they're usually on vacation. So then you have to have somebody who's willing to say, all right, during this week or two, I'll just
I mean,
commit to being there.
yeah, I mean Sabrina too. She's getting ready for the Olympics right now with Team USA. She took a break to come back and do it.
So it's like, and I think that's also the other thing too, right? Like their schedule is the complete opposite of the NBA, where it should get more notoriety because the NBA is on off season, and there are NBA players who show up to their games and celebrate them. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not give them the same popularity as the NBA All-Star game? Why not give them that opportunity to get their roses too?
Not to get too deep in a tangent, I've argued this the last few years. I think they need to adjust the WNBA schedule. I know a lot of people have a lot of fear that
they don't have a lot of teams. That's the big thing.
But I mean, it's more so far as the timeline. I know people always worry that like, you know, they're gonna be competing with viewership from the NBA and the NFL, but basketball's played in the winter for the most part. When you grow up playing in elementary school, middle school, high school, you're not playing. I mean, other than AAU, you're not playing during the summertime. And me, truthfully, I watch both men and women's basketball. If it's a 95-degree day, I'm not going to no gym to watch no basketball. I'm gonna be outside at a roof partying and shit.
You're just not in a basketball mood.
Exactly.
In the
But like during December, January, I'll cut on a UConn game. I'll cut on a South Carolina game. So just y'all not getting viewership anyways. Just see what happens.
Adjust it slightly, maybe like late summer to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
When like the NBA's in a lull because the season's just started. Before we get into the All-Star game, I still want to talk about Saturday night. Scotty Barnes, man, what a special guy. And you know what I mean by that. Scotty Barnes was hilarious. I love everything he does. He's got a fan in me. So I just want to shout out Scotty Barnes because he was hilarious, dude. All All-Star weekend, but specifically the skills challenge. He dribbled it off his foot. He was throwing it like this, like through the hole. He was hilarious, dude.
I was just being a character.
There's a thing on social media about him having like autism too,
Okay.
that he said he doesn't.
Yeah,
but like he's been on live stream. He's like, why do I get these allegations? But then you see the way he runs and all this other stuff. You can't not like goof on him.
Dunk contest might have been the worst of my lifetime.
What I did see.
It's up there. I'd have to like really look into like which ones, but it's up there.
I think the only one that, and there's no shot at a Portland native, I think the only one that might be close is the 04 dunk contest that Freddie won.
Hey, shout out to Mac McClung showing up, back-to-back champ.
G League.
Not on.
Oh, we had either 2 or 3 G League. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3.
This year?
Yeah.
It was 1. Because Jacob is on the Knicks.
Bro, come on.
And Jacob Toppin got done dirty. I'll say that. Jacob Toppin got done dirty. I thought he did better than Jaylen Brown did.
Jaylen Brown was entertaining.
How many games has Jacob played in this year?
Realistically, 3.
Come on, dog. Like
Jaylen Brown was a plant. I'll say that.
Jaylen Brown?
No, Jaylen Brown steps up where other All-Stars, Zion, Anthony Edwards are ducking the smoke.
Well, LeBron started this.
LeBron did start this.
He did. Actually, I'm going to challenge you on this. And I've argued that to an extent. I saw something, I think it was Vince Carter. I can't remember what platform he was on. He was saying that there was a contest set up in 05 where get the fuck out of here.
5 games for Jacob.
Forgive me. But Vince Carter, Kobe, T-Mac, and LeBron were all supposed to be in the 05 dunk contest with $1 million on the floor.
Yep.
And they turned it down.
Yep.
He said guys. He didn't say who. I think at that point, T-Mac's knees were close to being shot, so I could see why he wouldn't have.
Parmesan.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So the reason why I say that, 2 things are going on in like All-Star Weekend. One, when it comes to dunking, or not, I shouldn't say All-Star Weekend, just dunk contest, right? One, there's not too many things like a human body could do anymore when it comes to dunking that we haven't seen already. Now,
yeah,
I'm saying we gotta get maybe like sponsors, because like we gotta get the people who are doing this, for bread. The YouTube dunkers. I keep saying.
See, with that, I don't care about.
I'm just saying.
Like,
maybe,
who cares that Mac McClung won?
Yeah.
And he's a great dunker.
And we barely care about him. And he's at least associated with the NBA. Imagine like Tay Ford, who just happens to be able to dunk. And
like, hey, look at him. He's dunking with his toes.
Here's the thing. I for a long time, I also thought like, oh, we've seen all the dunks. But then you go and you watch like high school dunk contests or like college dunk contests, and you're seeing what those guys are pulling out. You're like, oh, there's like a lot more these guys could pull out. Because they're just not creative.
They care.
Well, but then also look at, if we just had to do roughly in your head, think about the top 25 players in the league right now. How many of them would you say are high flyers and then also have enough dexterity with their body movements where their dunks look appealing. Because like Jaylen Brown, he can get up, but he's a power dunker. Yeah. So it's not going to look the sexiest.
Okay, we got Patrick Beverly. We got Anthony Simons.
No.
We got
like Zion's in that category. Ja Morant is in that category.
Dude from the Blazers.
Shaden Sharp is in that category.
Scoot Henderson. Yeah,
but see, I'm talking about top 25 players.
Okay,
maybe
like back in the, because that's what one aspect that people have an
it.
issue with as far as like all stars. Like back in the day, we'd have like Jordan, Dominique going at it, or Vince Carter, T-Mac.
The thing is, dunking is not that big of a thing in the league. Period.
Is.
Like I almost want to say Jason Tatum, but not really.
He's not a high flyer.
I feel like if you force him though, he could. I feel like if you force him, he could.
He ain't got that in the game.
But he doesn't have it in his game. Because and then especially if you look like guys after 25 don't really try to dunk anymore too.
It's different. I think nowadays people aren't trying to like they're dunking on people, but it's not how it used to be. Like if you were in the way, you getting dunked on really. Yeah. Now it's like
I'd rather take a foul and just like go for a layup.
Or it's I'm gonna try and get you. Let me stand here and like people aren't. It's not the same.
Elite athletes aren't being drafted. It's guys who can pull a hezzy 20-20 from 30 feet and knock down a step back jumper.
AKA Luka.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's sad. It's sad because I remember like waiting for the dunk contest or just being like, "Woo, what we gonna see?" We're like, super. I know y'all may have not enjoyed this dunk, but when Ibaka put the cupcake and attempted to like blow out the candle and dunk it,
I thought it was Gerald Green.
Oh, Gerald Green.
Joe Green blew it out.
Yeah.
Ibaka had the stuffy. He like bit and he dunked.
Yeah.
So okay, I mix the creativity.
No stuff like
even
that.
like
stuff like that, man.
Even JaVale McGee. I was watching one highlight of JaVale McGee when he threw the two balls up and he dunked at the same time and he threw it off the two backboards or whatever. Like
people never talk about Paul George when he wore the glow in the dark.
They
turned the lights off and he hit the Vince Carter 360 windmill.
Dwayne Wade stole his dunk contest champion. Jeremy Evans had no business winning that. I'm not gonna lie.
Jeremy Evans, yeah.
So I took some of those dunks for granted, based off what we are seeing now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
100%.
There's no creativity when it comes to. I mean, jumping over somebody and dunking it is
jumping over Kai Cenat in a chair,
bro. Like,
in a chair.
Like he already 5'2",
and then too many guys like pulling out Shaq too. And all that.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing that.
I'm tired of seeing Shaq. I'm sorry, like I like Shaq, but it's like I'm being force fed Shaq. Like stop.
Oh man, just give that man a statue in Orlando and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so
you already got one in LA.
Next year.
But that being said, we don't want the dunk contest to go away. No. Like as shitty as it is, I still want it around.
I'm super close to that point. I'm not gonna hold you.
Really?
I'm super close. If stars aren't going to get in it, I'm about my last year of seeing Pat Connaughton and
the whites.
No disrespect, but like just these role, like bro, I don't care about these role players when
they ain't asked for the Travis Kelce. They asking for the.
What it has to. It's got to be young guys. Like Shaden Sharp should have done it. Same way like when Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon did it. They were young guys. They're still trying to make their name.
That's exactly what Vince Carter said. He said it needs to be young guys.
Anthony Edwards
trying to make a name for themselves in the league because that's what it used to be about. When you won the dunk contest, you made a name for yourself.
But now rookies like Scoot get a shoe before he even plays his first game.
Yeah, true.
Before you have to prove yourself a little bit. You have to like get your name out there.
And that's another issue with it as well, as far as like the money aspect. When guys are making upwards of 100 to 150 million on their rookie max extensions. Like, no, I don't necessarily need to come to All-Star weekend to grow my brand. By the time I'm on my second deal, I can retire my family. So the pros and cons of doing this just don't weigh out.
It's so funny because they clowned Anthony Edwards for saying that. He was like, it's an All-Star week. I don't really need to play. I don't need to compete.
Which I'm not going to lie, I do take some issue with just because there have been times where he's kind of verbalized. He understands the responsibility of being within that next generation of being the future face of the league. You can't have those type of comments.
Yeah.
No.
If you're going to.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a Kevin Durant type of comment.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Just avoiding responsibility. That's
I'll say this one last thing early, and then we'll transition. The Kobe Bryant quote about the All-Star game and how he predicted that this would happen.
the effort.
Our generation somehow has lost the competition to just we're hooping. This is the best pickup game.
So that's what.
And
yeah.
if I'm being honest too, as well, this shows the other countries this is why y'all can't win the Olympics, because we got the 20 best people right here in this night.
Well, like half the roster was also international guys.
But I'm just for America. Okay.
I see what you're saying now.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If they ever played that game, we would still slaughter the rest of the world.
Oh, if they did like a USA versus World game,
Yeah, that would
competitively.
that
I
would-
mean, if
that
you
would-
actually get like LeBron and Kevin Durant,
that would get ugly. If America gave a damn, that would get ugly.
if they, yeah,
America gave it to him.
it would.
But I think as someone else was talking about, they were talking about like Kendrick Perkins was talking about how they should put money on the floor, like put money, make it about incentives, like make people play for incentives.
They tried to do that with like the charities. So each quarter was like they had the scoring goal, and then they would go to the charity. But
they didn't really make no money off of it because it's charity.
how much more do these guys want?
I ain't gonna lie, that's a tax right
That's
off.
what the players are saying. They want to get
But
paid for
it's money, and they want money in their pocket.
All right, let me ask you: what's money to someone who's making $45 million?
A lot,
like a
You know
million.
what I'm saying? It's like,
$1 million to someone.
hell no.
That's insane. Yeah, RJ suggested playing for the winner. Winner gets home court advantage in the finals.
Hell no.
Absolutely
Bro,
not.
imagine a world where last year the East won, and then the 8th seed Miami Heat would have got home court advantage over Denver.
That would have been fun though.
Absolutely not. Hell.
That would have been fun.
But then it's like when it comes to selecting though, now it's a whole different ball game when it comes to actually selecting people to play in the All-Star game too though. So that's a whole nother subject, because right now they do it by coaches or something like that, just like players. They used to do it by fans, which was interesting to me.
No, I still do.
They do the starters.
The starters, it's a split vote between the fans, a player vote, and
Georgia ruined that one though with
coaches.
Zaza Pachulia. The whole like voting in the players.
Zaza,
Hey, never mind.
And Andrew Wiggins also when he got voted in.
man, that was
He
crazy.
really is an all-star starter. That's crazy.
Man,
'Cause of
that
South
was
Korea.
Crazy.
All right, we are going to take a quick break because we have a sponsor for you.
Hey guys, RJ here at the Backseat Critics. Check out our new latest episode that's going to be coming out. Dune, as in the new Dune. No, just kidding. It's the old Dune. And just so you guys know, Andrew does use Clorox wipes on his hands.
We're back, and just in case y'all didn't hear it, that's one of our sponsored in another great podcast, the Backseat Critics. They are one.
Their new review on Pokemon is to die for.
Yeah, because they want to be
The very best.
that no critic ever was. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, so a critic we are really going for. This is from Now This News is a Montreal teacher. And for y'all don't know where Montreal is in Canada, you know what I'm saying? You got to know your northern
French
continent.
province of Canada.
Okay.
I've been there.
Passport bro over here.
Oh, big time
Don't
Geomaxer right
disrespect
here.
me. Don't disrespect me. What's that new tiller? I get her wherever she want. Anywho,
Tricking.
I'm gonna read you. Anywho, I ain't gonna pull the receipts. But I'm looking good out here. You know what I'm saying? Anywho,
Yikes.
reading y'all this. This is from this now. Parents are suing a Montreal-based art teacher after he allegedly sold their children's artwork online. I'm
Smart.
not doing the name. So this person imprinted art onto mugs and ornaments and sold upward to $120 each when it came to
Solid.
art. One parent called it a sweatshop for children. Parents want $2,260K for emotional damage and breaching Canada's Copyright Act.
Correct.
So,
What?
I just want to say this before we talk about it as a
Smart
group.
as fuck.
I fucking hate this art tax in Portland because these kids ain't learning art. This teacher broke the cheat code because how many times do parents get art they throw away and the fucking kids?
Yeah.
Have you paid your art tax? I'm gonna
The
tell
fans watching?
don't let that go into collections because it builds up.
I'm gonna pay it this time. I'm gonna pay it this time. So I'm just curious. Am I wilding to say like one? I definitely think there should have been a permission slip to say could we do this, but like really $260K suing this for emotional damage over a picture, really? Or am
That's
I
one parent.
No, all the
A
parents.
collective.
Collective.
Well, I'm gonna say two things with that. One, I'm almost certain they probably did sign some slip, and probably just didn't read the fine print. You know how many times I've gave my mom or somebody a permission slip? Hey, can you sign this real quick? There you go. It's from my art class. And secondly, in a suit, you always shoot high, hoping that people settle low. So
That is true. That is true.
Smart. He's smart as hell. Honestly, to be real. But in the same extent, you just start giving the parents what their kid making, and you just take your dividends because I sold it. And so then, hey, at the top, they getting 80%, you getting the 20%. Hey,
pay what you weigh.
pay what you weigh, bro. Yeah, so, you know, hustle.
There's a solution for this. But first, I want to say, kids, described as a sweatshop for these kids.
That's what one of the parents.
How much are these kids like producing? Like, I want to know, like, content wise,
It's like 1,000 mugs.
just all day, just little blisters on their hands, beating down fucking the finger paintings. But is this a private school?
I actually do not know that. Great question.
I was gonna say if there was a tuition fee, a percentage of that should just go back to paying the tuition fee. That way, kids don't actually get the money because kids are dangerous with money. I don't think the parents should be getting money because what do the parents do? And the teacher getting all the money is also a little sleazy.
Don't get me wrong. I kind of see that. It's just
Teacher smart.
exactly
Smart shit.
just.
I'm about to go do this shit with some kids right
He's-
now.
He's smart, yeah.
Just okay. Two things. One, who's buying this art? That's that.
That is, yeah.
That is that too.
That's weird.
Some of this art
Maybe
is just,
pedophiles?
it's like a dinosaur, like rawr, and it's on a mug.
I would never want kids' artwork anywhere near me.
That too, but yeah, who's buying this art?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, honestly, going to enough art exhibits, you can definitely find just like a stack of some random ass water jugs and somebody with a wine glass.
Oh
sitting
my
there like,
god, dude!
it's
I went
so-
to
it's
the
so-
MoMA and I was like, give me my money back.
it's so profound. It doesn't speak to you. Like, no, this is some
The
bullshit.
MoMA was dumb.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get some backlash. You know that fine piece of art that's just of a soup can?
Oh,
That pisses me off.
I know
This
the
is
way.
fine
Andy
art.
Warhol. I saw the Andy Warhol piece at the MoMA and I was like, this is it, huh?
And also, unpopular opinion: fancy food is just lazy cooking. I'm gonna give you half cooked salmon. This is fine food.
Wait, what?
I'm just saying.
So now, like gastronomy.
Wait, hold up.
Gastronomy.
Wait. So, do you eat your steak well done?
Medium rare.
But
Oh,
you can't
that's
have
not half. All right.
you can't have a medium salmon though.
Oh yeah.
But that's sometimes I think when it comes to like certain food, they just all right. Instead of cooking, I'm gonna be lazy and call it fine dining.
What about the Andy Warhol, where it's a 2-minute video of him eating a sandwich on the porch?
Huh?
Yeah, there's like an art piece that's like a 2
Exactly. It's just like that one like video of that one artist who like has like a pencil and he has all these people watching and like he just jumps and draws a line.
Yeah.
And I'm just like
At least that's entertaining.
But I mean,
art is subjective though, because like if somebody painted a picture of Cardi B's ass,
something you think about.
maybe.
That was so specific.
Exactly.
That was very
He was
specific. He could have gone so many like.
He's ready for the new album. He's like, I need it to drop.
but I have to agree. Like artists, that's what makes art what it is. You can kind of make it what it is. It's kind of it gives you the ability and flexibility to kind of give multiple expressions of things that you might not have thought would come out of it. And I mean, you have a digital artist back there who does digital art and fine art all the time. And I think a lot of times they always talk about how artists, they'll create something and go over it with a different expectation, and it comes out something magnificent. Like, a lot of people give credit to the Mona Lisa, and I'm like, that shit is just a dumbass painting. And then you look at stuff like Van Gogh's Starry Night, which is like, can give you a whole different expression of different things.
That's
so
great
it's
art.
like, and some people like, that's just bullshit ass clouds, fake clouds or whatever. Like, you know, so each person is always going to have an opinion about art in their own kind of facet. It's just how you take that in, because someone can draw a line and be like, wow, that looks magnificent. I'm going to pay $10,000 for that. And just because of who painted it, you know, if Van Gogh drew a line with a star at the bottom and someone's like, I'm paying $10,000 for that because it's Van Gogh, I think that's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like art now is more about the person instead of what it is, the piece.
And ultimately, like, the consumer places the value on stuff.
Absolutely.
Like,
True.
Remember, I read a book called Contagious by Jonah Berger. I don't know if y'all remember when Nip dropped Crenshaw. He had the Proud to Pay movement. He got his concept for that from that book.
Interesting.
Because
Okay.
I remember in the first chapter, there was this dude, I can't remember the name of the owner. He owned a Philly cheesesteak shop out in Philly, and randomly he just started to sell his cheesesteaks for like $100 a pop. Everybody was like, you know, what makes this cheesesteak so special that you're selling it for $100? And he had celebrities from all over the world flying in to try it out, and then somebody interviewed him about it. And he was more or less just like, you know, it's worth $100 because I say this.
Fair.
Well, maybe I have to have a child to truly know or be upset or not upset.
My parents never kept my art.
Exactly. Well, actually, you know, Mama T took care of all my art, but I
Scrapbook.
have a
Cupboard?
bin. I have a bin with all my stuff in.
Okay.
She keeps everything. W mom. Goss?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I have one topic, but it kind of leads me into another one. But we'll start where I want to start, which is ratings came out because it's All-Star weekend. So they do like media check-ins, all this stuff. Ratings came out for local networks. And surprise, surprise, guess who had the biggest drop-off in local viewership? Any guesses? Too late. Trailblazers and Root Sports had a 60% drop-off in local viewership. Mainstream media, maybe some haters will say, oh, it's because Dame left and now the fans are fake and all this stuff. If you live in the Portland area, you know that you no longer have Root Sports if you don't have the premium subscription to Xfinity. So that's the only way to get Root Sports. If you have the premium subscription to Xfinity, or maybe if you have Fubo TV, which no one has Fubo TV. What's Fubo TV? And that kind of leads me into the discussion of where does nerd? Where does what do you have Fubo TV? Is that where
No one has Fubo TV.
no one has Fubo TV? It sucks.
There's a lot of people with Fubo TV, but it's
No
all right.
way.
It's all right.
I've never met one human. Anyways, that leads me to the discussion of like streaming, sports streaming, where that avenue is leading. Where let's be honest, we all have a link. We all have League Pass. Let me say that.
League Pass.
League Pass.
Quote unquote, we have League Pass.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to get a round robin discussion here. I know, for example, like ESPN, Fox Sports, and Warner Bros. Are combining to make like a sports streaming conglomerate. So ESPN, Fox Sports, all that is all going to be together to include like NBA, NFL,
Especially because of college football.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
like Thanos just came through.
yeah, pretty much. They're actually being sued by Fubo TV for antitrust. There's an antitrust lawsuit because they're saying they're creating a monopoly on like sports streaming in that world.
Oh yeah, they are.
But yeah, I find it interesting where people complained about cable for so many years, and now it's honestly worse because now to have everything, it's all separate. Like payments, they every couple months. I don't know about you guys, but like my ESPN has gone up like $4 last 4 months or like the last quarter. Like it just keeps going up. I know what I'm hoping happens, especially for local networks, like what the Utah Jazz is doing, where the Utah Jazz now is a direct consumer streaming option where you pay almost like a league pass, but a lot cheaper because it's just one team. But you pay something like $60 for a year, and you get all the Jazz games. And I'm like, oh my god! Like if they did that for the Blazers, that'd be amazing. Or like in New York, they're doing Yes Network and MSG Network is combining. So Yankees, Mets, Knicks, Nets is combining into one package. I think that's the future, but I like your guys' opinion.
But you got to think about places that really don't have teams like that.
Mhm.
They're gonna fall short. So like your San Diego, your South Dakotas, North Dakotas, Washington. They only got Seattle and
They have all the sports.
Yeah, everything.
oh yeah, they had Kraken too. I just thought about it. Yeah,
Kraken, Seahawks, Mariners,
the Storm.
Storm. There should be like a Northwest package where you get like Oregon, Washington, Boise, Montana. Like if you want that college basketball or football, whatever.
That'd be interesting. But
I don't know,
here nor there.
just like being here and even not being a Trailblazers fan per se, I like watching basketball. They there are too many barriers to watching the Blazers games.
It's really hard.
Especially if you're not going there in person. Like I got YouTube TV and the games get blacked out because I don't have Fubo Sports
Root Sports.
Root Sports.
Yeah.
Which is annoying because even though Dame isn't here, it doesn't mean I don't want to check out and see how Scoot Henderson's doing.
Exactly. I have Root Sports, and not until this season. This season they finally implemented like an app where you can watch it on an app. Until now, you had to sit down and watch on the TV. Wow. So this is the first season where I can actually like, if I'm out and about, I can like check on the Blazer game live. Yeah.
But to your larger point, though, it is starting to become very burdensome, like having all these different streaming platforms I have to subscribe to. And even with, I know we all probably have done this where, you got Shorty or somebody in your family who's paying for Netflix. I got the HBO. We just swap passwords. They're starting to...
They're cracking down
on that.
ESPN's cracking down on that now. Yeah. Netflix started it.
Yeah, Netflix started. Hulu, I think, is supposed to do it next month.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a couple months when it happened on this show. And the backlash they were getting, and they said, fuck the backlash. Yeah. And now everyone is doing
Netflix. We were talking about Netflix.
Yeah, we were talking about Netflix.
I just canceled my membership. I said, fuck y'all.
Dude, it's like $20 now for Netflix.
$22.99.
Bro, I remember when it was $5.
I remember when I got DVDs.
Bro. Damn. Man, my heart just hurt. Man, my Robin days might be over.
No, we're all going to be paying more than we ever have, and we're going to be happy about it.
Nah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at media as a whole, it's really controlled by like two companies. At the end of the day, and it's absolutely Viacom and what's the other
Xfinity?
One? That's Viacom.
Oh, is it?
Disney.
Oh, and Disney.
Disney. Well, actually,
Viacom.
Disney is owned by, or Viacom owns Disney. Can you look up the two media superpowers? There's only two. They're like Viacom owns like all of them. Disney is under that. ESPN is under that.
Interesting.
A lot of the sports stations are under that. It's super crazy because it all goes back to one spot, and that's Viacom.
That's Viacom. Yeah.
The thing that really comes up for me when it's this, where how do we, I don't say go back to the past, but I did enjoy being able to just get on cable TV to just watch a Blazers game or a Mariners game.
Or like if there was a good show, you just throw it on. You'd be like, oh, 8 p.m., gotta watch, this show. Because now I have to go through, sign a subscription, remember to cancel the subscription when the show ends. That's why more streaming networks want sports, because if they have sports, you won't cancel. Because sports is, 9 months out of the year. That show, you'll run through it in like a couple weeks.
Yeah. I think it's just hard now to get back to that model because like the way we consume media is just shifted so drastically. Like I remember growing up, whether it be like Martin or some, we had these cable sitcoms where I knew every Thursday night, me and my mom or, whomever might sit down, like, 7:30, Martin about to come on. Now I catch that when I catch it.
Yeah.
And I can stop, pause, let's go run and grab something to eat, come back, press play.
So per Business Insider, there's Disney's separate from Viacom. So those are the two biggest. And then there's
So it's Disney and Viacom. Separate. Yeah.
Not Viacom on Disney.
Corp, which basically owns news. GE, which is kind of surprising, they own Comcast.
General Electric owns Comcast.
G-Eazy?
GE,
GE, General
As in
Electric.
General Electric?
Yeah, the
Oh,
guys
that's
that make
crazy.
the fridge.
Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know they owned
Time
Comcast.
Warner, and then CBS.
Time Warner,
Time
yeah.
Warner was the one I was thinking of. Wait, what? Wait, so
Who does Time
but
Warner own?
Viacom is Xfinity and Comcast, right?
It doesn't look like it. It's separate. Comcast is listed under GE.
Interesting.
Mm.
Okay.
GE owns Comcast, NBC, Universal.
Who does Viacom own?
Viacom, MTV, Nick Jr.,
BT.
CMT, Paramount.
That's this. Okay.
So,
Interesting. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Fact Dragon.
Thank you, Fact
That's
Dragon.
interesting. Okay. I thought it was.
The part that I just want to just
way
bring
off.
back to is just I really kind of miss that. You gotta watch G Gundam 7 Wednesday. You can't miss it, or you gotta wait another month. And I'll just say, I do like YouTube TV. I'm not, I'm transitioning to be a Blazers fan, so I don't mind the blacked out squares. We got to work on some things, but I definitely think that that's a change where, I love the accessibility of TV and how we're consuming it. But once again, this kind of gets into, we're going into like the whole, like, how could we be better conspiracy theory. This takes me back to, y'all remember Wall-E?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
portion of like, all right, we got everything. There's like going to be a chair and just boom. We're just glued to
Yep.
this one thing, and one to three things is going to, like, and I guess I'll end it for me at least and just say this, where it's something special when you can sit down at the dinner table with people and just take in dinner, and like how that is.
It's gone away. It has gone
man.
away. I'll say if you're listening and you want, you feel the same way you want to experience that, I feel like the only way now is like to go to a bar or like a specific place, a restaurant that shows that stuff. Like if you go to like a Buffalo Wild Wings, you can have a shared experience with other people if you're watching like a game
Yeah.
or something like that. That would be the only thing.
Dead ass. I was at a club with Chadi and her friends, right? And that's how I got the dunk contest. It was just drinks
Fire.
and the game. I
Yeah.
was like,
On the same note, let me ask y'all this. What's y'all preference as far as like show releases? Do you prefer like the Netflix format where you get everything all at once and you can kind of binge watch stuff, or HBO where they release it incrementally week by week still?
incrementally, it makes me cherish the show more.
Yeah, I think I prefer week, but there are versions where it's bursts, so it'll be like 3 episodes at a time.
Yes.
I think Hulu does that. I think maybe Apple TV does that.
Amazon Prime does that.
Yeah, I think I like that the most, where I can like do a quick 2-episode, 3-episode binge, and then I get another week.
I definitely agree with that. The Amazon Prime method, because especially if you like it and you start binging, then you crave like yo, y'all need to hurry up and drop these episodes.
You're like, oh, it takes like a year and a half to make this show.
Yeah, right. And so then now it's like, okay, if I like the show and I watch the whole thing, now I have to wait 1.5 years or 2 years for the
Exactly.
second season instead of just being able to hold on.
I think I used to prefer the Netflix binge method, or even like closer to Amazon. Now I think getting into more HBO and Star shows, I do prefer like the week by week rollout, just because it shortens the gap between seasons for me. Because if I've been watching this show for 3 months or 2 months as opposed to getting it all done in 3 days because we had a snow day or something like that, now I have a whole, like you said, a whole year until this next season might drop. And God forbid I'm not like a fan of Power and we can get the next spinoff show a month later.
That shit's crazy.
My thing that annoys me the most is just like how much content there is, and then people are like, "Oh,
Yeah.
did you watch this? Did you watch Succession? Oh, Succession just ended. Did you watch? I didn't even see one episode. Apparently, it's the greatest show
Pretentious
ever, and I never
bastard.
watched it. Like stuff like that. Like it's just too much now, and you can't keep up, and I'm exhausted from it. So I just put on YouTube.
Bro,
That's what I do. I just watch YouTube.
y'all seen Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel,
Yeah.
bro, I was kind of skeptical when somebody told me about it because I don't really be watching love shows like that. I saw 2 episodes. Like, I root for all those people. I really hope they win.
I'm telling you, man, dating naked, you'd love it.
Pause. All right. Anywho, to ease things down, it wouldn't be a Play No Games if I didn't find some wacky relationship thing. So
Nice.
All right, gentlemen, to wind down the evening. So this comes from New York Post, from the New York Post. Actually, most people in New York view our content. This is hilarious.
Most people in New York view
Our
Play-Doh games.
content.
Most people in New York.
Our highest city, New York.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I was interested with it.
So all of
Our
New York.
highest viewership comes from New York.
Better wording.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anywho.
I was gonna say all of New York has seen our show.
Why am I doing this for free? So?
Yeah, let me tell you. If
There's a lot of people in New York.
If you give $1, you can change our lives. So it goes from, this is from New York Post. Angry Airbnb host sent guest wife security photo of him with another woman. Lawsuit claims. So a vengeful Airbnb host took a security photo of her married guest in the company of another female and emailed that image to the man's wife after a failed extortion attempt triggered by a bad review, according to a lawsuit. So I can go further, and there's more stuff to this because there's money involved. Before I go further, I'm curious, how you feel about that?
That is such nasty work. Like, doing this over a bad review and somebody refusing to pay a cleaning fee because something's wrong with the house. Like, you deserve the hottest spot in hell for fucking with my marriage. Like, whatever somebody does to you after that is warranted. I'm sorry.
Regardless, like, that's not your place. Like, I understand right or wrong. Like, if he wrong, he wrong. Whatever. If she wrong, she wrong. But that's not her place to go email that to his wife. First off, how do you know who his wife is first? Second, like, you doing way too much to make that happen. Like, that's weird to me.
And I read the article, too. It sounded like, and based off you were reading as well, it sounded like they were doing it just to be vindictive. It's not like you were doing this out of kind of saying your heart, like, oh, we know I value marriage to this level, so I feel like, you know, it's in my Christian path to inform it. No, get the fuck out of here. You were doing this because of a review.
Generational hater. So for that, I will give the respect. That is next
You
level.
are the resident hater here.
A little bit I am. So for that, I'll give it the respect it deserves. That's next level.
So I'm going to add a little bit more sauce to it. So
Wow.
the person who's doing it is actually a woman. Her name is Pamela Fowler, accusing them of invading his privacy and inflicting him with emotional distress, causing damage to the marriage. So Mackie, the person who's the complainant, sent a 22-page complaint initially filed September to the Post and alleges the email to his wife screenshots of the door camera taken at 3 a.m. showing Mackie with a woman who was not his wife. The superhost alleges waged the complaint of vengefulness after he refused to pay $960 in fees and penalties for having an extra guest and breaking house rules. So, knowing that he broke the rules, he's just trying to get what, hey, you break the rules, you pay. I sent it to your wife.
Dog. You can't be serious.
I'm just letting you know that's the extra details.
So that's still going above and beyond.
He just wanted his money.
Go after him.
That's
you
what
don't
he
have
did.
to go above and beyond
Yes.
and get wife involved in this. Like, okay, you say it was only going to be you. You brought an extra guest. Okay, there's a penalty for that. You need to pay that. You're not going to pay that? Well, we can go to legal and do that. You don't have to be like, well, I'm sending this to your wife. We're going to court. Like,
See,
bro, like, you doing more than the most.
Go to small claims court. When you go into that bag, that's when like 3 black vans are meeting you after you leave in the gym.
The imagery of that just really took me off the podcast. Get in there.
That's funny.
Nah, for real, for real.
Man,
That's too much.
Man, human
Right.
society each year gets wackier and wackier.
People just want to do the most. People.
I think people are just sick of the bullshit too, though. I think she just said, "Let me just go straight to like the pain point."
I'll just say
I'll
this.
say that.
That's bogus as hell.
I think she's like, "Let's just get this over with."
Like, God forbid, bro. Like, imagine like the rule was like you can't have more than yourself and another guest in this house, and it was a 1-bedroom apartment or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking for him. I'm out at the club with a shorty I've been dealing with on the side. We happen to pick up another chick, and she want to have a threesome. That's what it's about to cost me, probably upwards of, I'm just rough American savings, $30,000 or $40,000 in this divorce from what I'm gonna have to pay her, then having to pay for lawyer fees with the divorce. Like, and you doing this over $900?
Should have paid. No.
Maybe shouldn't have cheated.
Yeah. One, ladies and gentlemen, and other identities, don't cheat. If you have designated one hoo-ha as your hoo-ha, stick to it.
But my thing is what if they have an open marriage?
Clearly, they didn't.
But what if they
No.
do? How do you?
That's not clearly. We don't know that.
How do you know?
You could make a case. I said there would be 2 guests at that time. Current time, there were 2 guests. I'm sure his wife wasn't home when he brought her home.
Hey, but even still, like, it's just so interesting because, you know, sometimes justice doesn't come the way we ask. Sometimes it's on time when we don't really expect it. So, for all my black men out there, black men don't cheat.
We sure don't.
I sure don't. So, just be respectful. And I just thought it was hilarious that this happened, and you know people are beefing. Man, what else is? That's just sad.
For me, I just on my final little thoughts, I'll say my final big thoughts. We don't do little things around here. Continue.
I'm keeping.
I love how you distracted yourself.
Can that be a
on my
clip?
final thoughts. On my final thoughts. What, bro? Your eyes is real big right now. I just feel like, yes, people shouldn't cheat, but we also don't understand other people's marriage situations. And I think it's important for us to recognize, like, we have to stay in our own lanes instead of stepping outside of our own lanes and getting in other people's lanes. I think that's where, like, our society is everybody wants to be in a lane that's not their own. And that's why we got traffic jams. That's why we got bullshit on all over social media. That's where you get the funkiness. Because people just can't stay in their lane and just do like what they're supposed to do or do their job, or you know, be responsible for themselves.
So
like,
I want to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all say nothing. Stay in your lanes.
stay in your lanes. If my girl want to go to Cheesecake Factory and we go to Cheesecake Factory, there ain't nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day.
Yeah, my final thought is, yes, we need less Karens in this world. I think more people need to mind their business. What I'll say, though, also is I think people need to be aware every action you have has a reaction.
Absolutely.
As Tay was saying, butterfly effect, if you guys know what that is.
Good movie.
Yeah,
Ashton
like
Kutcher.
he probably didn't think bringing her home would be, you know, anything more than just something fun. Well, now you're dealing with a potential divorce, thousands of dollars in a divorce court case on top of the court case he now has to deal with this Airbnb owner. So one fun night can turn into a lifetime of paying debts.
I need to see what the final photos look like from this
She better be worth it.
house. Yeah, like they had to have trashed like this entire place for you to cause this much mess in somebody else's life. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were saying she like the.
Oh well,
the
that
sides-
too.
Like
That's,
she, like
that she have better have been a dime.
who would you risk it for?
Oh, for the biscuit.
I know you're talking about Ruby Rose before we started. Cardi B. That was
Cardi B? With her net worth, yes.
her
I'll
net
risk
worth,
it for Ruby. I'll risk it for
Wow.
Sydney Sweeney.
Okay,
Yeah.
milk.
Milk. No, I you funny as hell. I ain't normally a milk merchant, but that's definitely one I would
I'm a
risk
milk merchant. I'll be honest. you haven't been on X long enough.
No, she's one for
I
sure.
know. They're there.
Coco Jones.
Okay.
Nice piece of chocolate.
Man, that's a good one.
How about you, Rob?
Hey, you know, I'm going to respectfully not answer this question. Even though that person is not going to make it this far in the episode, but
Everybody know, bro. Everybody got one person.
Who do you think it is for Mr. CB?
He's kind of older, and
He's older, yeah. I could see him want someone who's actually older than
I'm
him.
gonna say like Erykah Badu.
that was so some
She
stardust
put-
can come out of her
she-
coochie.
she
Hell
put
no.
She put that monkey on you.
Put that Bodo. Oh.
That
I'm gonna say Lala.
Yeah.
He folding. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
No,
folding.
no,
He folding.
no.
Hey, he rewound that one episode of Power like 1,000 times.
I'm not gonna lie. When that came out, I looked it up. I was like, yeah, I want to see this. I said, of course, I looked that up. But I'm just out here, you know. I'll say this, you know, when I'm loyal to the soil, I'm loyal to the soil because we grow, you know, that faithfulness out here, you know, oak tree, we strong. So,
All right.
Oh. He dodging bullets again.
That was a good Euro step before, but you know.
Sierra, this beat is that's
yeah, we know that's your little guilty pleasure.
Man, absolutely. Man, we kicking doors in. What's up, man?
Okay, FBI open up.
FBI open up.
Well, as you can see, because you've probably seen, there's no beef here. It's all love.
Just a bunch of turkey.
Okay, I'm confused. But if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. This is actually probably going to be our longest episode of the year, which is, I'm happy about that because it's everybody together.
If you enjoyed the smooth sounds of Arthur, make sure you hit the bell. And just let you know that Tay Ford said you should. We out. Peace.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. Shit, I think they call them groupies now.